Welcome. Namaste. My name is Sadhana, and welcome to my 40-day restorative yoga challenge, or yoga sadhana. Sadhana is my Sanskrit name, my spiritual name, and sadhana also refers to a practice and a path. And one's sadhana really can be whatever it is that is your practice that leads you toward that feeling of being more connected and being more balanced. Yeah. So you could call this a 40-day sadhana if you are coming to your mat every day for 40 days and really working through and beginning to move some energy in a new way. So thank you. Thank you for being here. And as well, each of these 40 days, I'm offering an inspirational message, and I'm trying to align these messages with the season, the weather, the cycles of the moon, just generally what's going on in the environment. So I hope you're enjoying these as well too. And I am quite some distance from the camera, so I understand you can't see the cards really well. Some days I have walked up and shared them with you. I'm posting every 4 days on my Instagram page and on the community tab on YouTube. So if you go to my channel page and then go to community, you'll see all of the messages there. All right. So yesterday, what happened yesterday? Today we're turning in, and I'm just trying to reflect on what happened yesterday. Why are we going in today? That will come back to me. But today we're going in. Today we're going to come into turtle pose. It's one of the favorite poses of kids when I teach yoga. I just love that opportunity to turn in. And if you have any children in your household, you might want to gather them close, because this is something I know they really enjoy, moving into this posture. So we'll be doing that. I want to talk about these cards here. I have had a lot of really profound and beautiful messages with Reiki clients with these particular cards. These are the Blue Messiah reading cards by Nari Anastasia. I'll share with you her other deck either tomorrow or the next day as well too, perhaps, the cosmic reading cards. These cards are so, I don't know, they're so dialed in, and they just seem to reach a really special place energetically. Today, where I am on the west coast of North America, we are about 12 hours, a little more than 12 hours out from the pinnacle of the new moon cycle. So this is a really good time, right in the end, just at the end of the moon cycle, to kind of turn inward, to do a little bit of reflection so that you can get really clear on your intentions for the next 2 weeks. And I have found that if we can live our lives, if we can be in synchronicity with the natural cycles of the environment, of the earth, of the universe, then our lives in general tend to flow a lot more easily. And so with the new moon energy, this is when you want to be coming into refining, redefining, setting intentions. And then that next 12, 14 days is when you really begin to act. And it's the time of the month where you are in doing mode, right? As opposed to the other 14 days where you are in a more receptive internal mode. Okay? So close your eyes. And I invite you to bring to mind what it is that you really need to get clear on. And how can this clarity help to define, narrow, direct, inspire your intentions for the next lunar cycle? Something like that. Find your own words. Find your breath. Still your inner gaze, and take your inner gaze towards your eyebrow center. And when you do that, just be mindful that the chin doesn't drift up. You want a nice long back of the neck. Deep breaths in the nose. It's number 4. It's the blue star card. It's a card of deep connection and deep cosmic energy. And so the invitation to meditation is really, really powerful at this time. And I'd like to share with you some of Nari's words, because she's very, these cards are also have a chakra connection to each of them, and they're really beautiful. Follow the light of the blue star. It will lead you to the temple of truth residing within your soul. This is connected to the throat chakra and also to the third eye. The blue star is your guiding light through the darkness and serves as a reminder to the blue flame of truth burning within your soul. To follow the blue star is to see beyond the illusions of the mind and walk firmly in the light of your deeper truth, connecting you to the oracle within you. The divine mystic and the cosmic traveler of worlds within worlds. As you journey through life's many lessons and transcend cyclic patterns, your advancing soul naturally ascends. With the rising and expansion of consciousness, you move closer to the guiding light of love within you. And in this place of light, ascended teachers and masters dwell. As a collective union of divine love, they shine their loving light for all to see. Together, their light inspires hope, creativity, and love, and guides pilgrims and seekers of truth to their journey back home among the stars. You are being guided always, star being. Already you have journeyed far within your own kingdom of light, and your courageous soul is being honored as the divine light within you continues to shine brighter each day. With the growing luminosity of your radiant light, you move closer to the convergence and unity with your star family. So perhaps this is a really good time to focus on that inner light. I did talk about the Jyoti and the heart center before, but when you close your eyes, I know a lot of times people in meditation see lights or rays of light. If you go into a darker space where you're not distracted by the glimmer of light through your eyelids, but if you're in a darker room, it's a lot easier to focus on and to stay with the light in your meditation, to stay with your breath, and to really ask yourself, what is it that this internal light wants you to know? And how, this is so funny, I asked the same question this morning in my yoga class. How can you shine your light for others as well too? Because if you shine your light for others, you'll also be shining it for yourself. Okay, there's so much here. So yes, I do remember what we did yesterday, and we were working on neck stretches. And if your neck is feeling a little sore today because you haven't stretched your neck in ages, I want to invite you just really gently, so in your seat, close your eyes, and we're just going to come into just a few breaths on each side before we move into the forward fold today. So find the natural alignment of your spine. Bring the shoulders over the hips. And your next exhale breath, just gently allow the right ear to move towards the right shoulder. Perhaps looking down towards the floor. The chin could come closer toward the collarbones. Or if you look up toward the ceiling, the ear will come closer toward the shoulder. And if you're leaning forward, open up your chest and lean back just a little bit, whether the chin is moving down or the chin is moving out. So if your right ear is to your right shoulder, you're looping your left shoulder back. Make sure that side of the heart space is open. And if you have the tendency to move a little bit, move with breath, millimeter by millimeter, and take 2 more deep breaths here. Being mindful of the weight of your head. Very slowly inhale up to a neutral position. And when you get there, just allow a little bit of integration. Big exhale breath. And when you feel ready, opposite side, left ear towards left shoulder. And you can explore the gaze down or the gaze up. And use your imagination. Take your mind right into the heart of the tension. And imagine you can breathe in and out. So keep coming back to that wisdom that where the mind goes, the energy follows. The prana follows. The medicine follows. So thought equals medicine. And if you're moving a little bit, do so with breath, millimeter by millimeter. One more big exhale on this side. And being really mindful of the weight of the head, come up to a neutral position. And when you get there, pause, breath in, breath out. And let's extend and lengthen the front of the neck. So allow the head to move back, to the gaze up to the ceiling. Eyes can be open or closed. You may wish to open your palms to the ceiling. And then start to move your face. Scrunch up your cheeks, your eyes, open your eyes wide, open your mouth wide, close your mouth, stick out your tongue. Perhaps circle the jaw, circle the mouth. Just move every muscle you can in your face. Stick out your tongue. And then very slowly bring the head back to a neutral position. You can loop your shoulders. And then we'll get ready to come into turtle. The kids call it turtle. So we will be coming into a diamond shape with the legs. And this is a restorative practice, so it's important to support the diamond shape. So whether that's with 2 cushions, 2 bolsters, and the cushions can be closer up to the hips or they can be underneath the knees. That's entirely up to you. You may also want to, if you have a bolster, bring that closer as well too. And if you're practicing with a friend or there's somebody just in the next room, once you get into your shape, you can holler to them to cover up your back with a blanket, which is really nice. So the reason, again, that we support the body in restorative yoga is so that the body's not resisting. There's tension. So if the blocks are not here, these adductor muscles are going to be contracting frequently. And so with the blocks underneath the legs, there's a tendency to make it a lot easier to come into relaxation. If you are on a cushion, I encourage you to come off for this one. And when we come down to the floor, so when we come down into the forward fold, many of you will not be able to place, some people can place their head right on the floor. Others will be able to come down and place their head on their bolster or their cushion. Some cannot. Some cannot come down that far. So you can place something like this. So maybe you're only going this far. Something like this might feel really good. It's really important that you find the support of the cushion that feels like it's working in your body. Okay. Bring awareness to your low back, the kidney area, and to the low core. And I encourage you actually to place your hand on your low back or your hands. And to bring some softness to this part of the body as well too. Yes, we're bringing the chin down, but we want to bring an openness to the whole back body. And so I encourage you to interlace your fingers, press your palms away, and just give your whole back a nice stretch. You can bring your chin into your collarbones. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, you can come up. And exhale, lean forward, stretch out your back. Okay, so coming in to this rounded forward fold. Soles of the feet are together. There's an energetic connection there. You can soften them. They don't have to be glued together. Bring awareness to your low back and allow the low back to move away from you. Simultaneously, you're bringing your chin in towards your collarbones. Your hands can be on your lap, on your thighs. And very slowly, just softening forward. Allow the weight of the head to be heavy. And the more forward the deeper you get, you can lean further forward. Hands may be on shins. You may wish to hold your feet. You may wish to wrap your hands underneath your calves. And you may wish to take that in stages. So that might mean stacking your fists on your support. And we're going to be here for about 5 minutes. So that means you have plenty of time to soften, to work with your breath and letting go. And so maybe you come from stacked fists to stacked palms. Make sure your torso is centered between your legs. And take your awareness now to your sacrum, low on your back. And very slowly, vertebra by vertebra, take a breath and scan each vertebra coming up your spine very slowly. And each time you exhale, where can you soften more? You may feel this in the backside of your hips and your glutes. There might be a lot going on, so just move with breath. Where can you let go? Where can you soften? You may be ready to slightly adjust. Hands might be ready to come underneath the calves. Soften your shoulders. And allow each exhale breath to take you deeper and deeper, moving more internally with each breath.
Where is the blue light guiding you? And just allow yourself to follow the light. And be the witness of your experience in your physical body, just drawing your breath where it needs to go, inviting softness, release, balance. I encourage you to be fully aware of your breath, perhaps counting your breaths, especially if you tend to run lists or get distracted. Soften your jaw. You can move your jaw side to side, stick out your tongue. Take 11 more deep, nourishing breaths. Mindfully begin to unwind and see if you can come up the opposite way you came down. Very slowly, vertebra by vertebra, coming out to a neutral spine. Your head is last.
You can go ahead, remove your blocks, your bolster. Make your way down onto your back and take your time. You can start with soles of the feet on the floor. Perhaps bring your knees into your chest. That may have been a big, long stretch for your low back. So you can give it a little massage here. Alternatively, you can place your hands on your knees and make circles. Go 3 circles in each direction. Inhaling and exhaling with each rotation. And then allow the soles of the feet to come to the mat. And if you're ready to come into Shavasana, extend your legs and cover yourself up. And allow yourself just to lie there and breathe for a few moments. Make any minor adjustments by walking the shoulder blades closer together. Perhaps you need a shift of the pelvis. And you stay in Shavasana as long as you can give yourself the gift of that. And behind your closed eyes, inside your heart space, see that blue light. Feel the energy of the blue light. Feel that connection with your guides, your ancestors perhaps. And then when you feel ready, you can roll to a side and write anything down in your journal that is coming to mind. Sometimes it's best to write about it right away. And so I want to thank you very much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Stay well, my friends. Namaste.